First grade today, for your math lesson, you will need this lesson worksheet 34. It has the 3 circles on it from your folder. You will also then need to have a pair of scissors, so make sure that you have those things. Today what we are going to be doing is dividing. We are going to be dividing a whole into halves, fourths, and eighths, and we're going to be comparing the pieces. And we're also going to learn how to write fractions using something called a fraction notion. So we're going to pretend that the circles on this page are pies. And what I need you to do is I need you to go ahead and cut out all 3 circles. And I'm going to tell you that I need you to cut it out carefully. Okay, please take your time and cut them out carefully. Now, if I get done cutting mine out first, that's okay. You are welcome to pause the video until you are done. Now, you know that I told you how I like to cut mine into smaller pieces so that it's a little more manageable. You can go ahead and do that as well. But then I need to make sure that I'm going ahead and cutting them out as best I can right on the black line. Because for your visual, you want to be able to see it the best you can, as accurately as you can. You can see I went off the line a little bit. That's all right. Just do your best. Notice how my scissors is making slow movements, not quick movements. Okay, if you are still cutting, that's okay. You go ahead and finish your cutting and then come back and join us. Now, each of these circles is going to be one whole piece of the pie. Okay, each circle is going to be one whole piece of the pie. And we're going to pretend that we're going to share one of these pieces of pie. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold this circle in half to show how much pie each of you will have. Okay. How many equal pieces do you have? 1, 2. You have 2 equal pieces. How can we check to make sure? Well, fold the circle, and when you don't see anything extra around the corners, you know that they're the same size. Now, we call each piece 1/2. 1/2. And here is how you write 1/2. You're going to write O-N-E, that's 1, half, H-A-L-F. So O-N-E, H-A-L-F, that's 1/2. Okay, now, you're going to write it as a fraction like this, 1/2. The number at the top tells you how many, which piece you're on, and the other piece at the bottom, that's how many total pieces you have. So, in your circle, you're going to write 1/2 on the one side and 1/2 on the other side. Okay, remember we said the number below is how many pieces we have in the whole pie. We have 2 pieces in the pie, so that's our bottom number. Mathematicians call the bottom number in the fraction the denominator. denominator. So go ahead and make sure that you have that done. Okay. Now, I want you to take, I'm going to put that one to the side. You're going to take your next circle. I want you to fold it in half. And then I want you to fold it in half again. How many pieces do you think you have? Well, let's open it up and count the pieces. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 equal pieces. What do you think each one of those pieces is called? 1/4. How many fourths are in a whole? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4/4 is the same as 1 whole. What are we going to call each piece? 1/4. We wrote 1/2 using a 1, the fraction bar, and a 2 because there were 2 equal pieces. So how do you think we're going to write 1/4? Well, we are going to write a 1, a fraction bar, and a 4. Okay? Now remember, we call that 4 spot, that's the denominator. You're going to write 1/4 in each of your fourths. Go ahead and do that. 1 fraction bar 4. Now you're going to fold your last circle in half. So we've got 1/2, we've got 1/4. Now let's take our last circle. Fold it in half. Fold it in half again. And now fold it in half one more time. See, I'm folding it over. Okay, how many pieces do you think you have? Let's open up and find out. Okay, we need to do some counting. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We had 8 equal pieces. What do you think each piece is going to be called? 1/8. Yep, 1/8. And how many eighths are in a whole then? 8 of them. We needed all 8 pieces to make one whole. 8/8 is the same as one whole. So what I need you to do is think about how we're going to write 1/8. 1 fraction bar 8. You're right. Remember, we call this bottom number the denominator. Now you need to go ahead and put the fraction 1/8 in each of your little triangle pieces for this circle. Okay? Now, I have a big job for you. The big job is now we are going to be cutting these circles. We're going to cut them along the fold in the line. So I'm going to take my 1/2 and I'm going to cut it into its two pieces. I'm going to take my fourth, and I have to cut it right along the line. You're going to have to be very careful. Okay, and then do the same thing for your eighths, please. Okay. Now, you cut them along the folds and the lines, and when you've finished, I want you to sort your pieces by size. And I want you to put them together to make a whole. Now, in looking at this, how many halves did you use to make a whole pie? How many halves did you need to make a whole pie? You had 2. How many fourths did you use to make a whole pie? 1, 2, 3, 4. And how many eighths did you use to make a whole pie? You had 8, didn't you? Hold up the piece that is the largest. This one is, right? The halves are the largest. 1/2 is the largest. Hold up the piece that is the smallest. Yep, this 1/8 piece is the smallest. Which is more? Which is more? Which is bigger? 1/4 or 1/8? Which is bigger? 1/4 or 1/8? 1/4 is bigger, isn't it? It's more than 1/8. How do you know that? Because 1/4 of a circle is more than 1/8. Look at it, I can put them on top of each other, and you can see that the 1/8 is smaller. Okay, my friends, we will need these again. What I'd like you to do, please, is take these pieces and I'd like you to put them into a sandwich baggie. So grab a sandwich baggie from your house, please, and make sure that your pieces get put back there into the sandwich bag, just like we did the other day. And then I would like you, please, to put them into your math folder so that we can use these again. We're going to need these again in lesson 41. So it's going to be important that you keep these in your math folder.